It was a normal Tuesday evening when my phone rang while I was sitting in traffic after another long day at work. The caller ID said Mom. I almost ignored it. Not because I didn't love my mom, but because life had become busy in the way it slowly does when you grow up. Work deadlines, bills, responsibilities, endless emails. I told myself I would call her back later, but something made me answer. Hey Mom, I said, keeping one eye on the road. Her voice sounded warm, like always. Hi sweetheart, are you driving? Yeah, just heading home. She paused for a moment, the kind of pause that feels small but carries weight. I just wanted to hear your voice. That sentence hit differently. Growing up, my mom was the strongest person I knew. She worked 2 jobs when my dad left when I was 9. She packed my lunches every morning and still somehow made it to my school plays and soccer games. But in that moment, she sounded smaller somehow, older. I laughed lightly and said, Mom, you can call me anytime. She said, I know, I just didn't want to bother you. Bother me. The woman who raised me thought she might be bothering me. Traffic started moving again and I kept driving, but something about that conversation stayed in my chest. So instead of hanging up after a few minutes like I usually did, I asked her about her day. She told me about the little things. Her neighbor's dog that keeps digging holes in her garden, the grocery store cashier who always remembers her name, the old photo album she found while cleaning the closet. It wasn't anything big, but the way she talked about it, I realized something. Those small moments were her entire day. While my life was racing forward at full speed, her world had become quiet. After about 20 minutes, she said softly, Okay, I'll let you go. I know you're busy. But this time, I didn't let the call end quickly. Mom, I said, what are you doing this weekend? She hesitated. Nothing really. Good, I said, because I'm coming to visit. For a second, she didn't speak. Then I heard something in her voice that almost broke me. Relief. That Saturday, I drove 4 hours to the small town where I grew up. Nothing had changed much. Same diner on the corner, same old gas station, same cracked basketball court in the park. When I pulled into my mom's driveway, she was already standing outside like she had been waiting. She hugged me the way only a parent can hug their child, like they're holding a piece of their own heart. We spent the whole day together. Nothing fancy. We cooked dinner, watched an old movie, looked through photo albums from when I was a kid. At one point, we found a picture of me at 10 years old holding a crooked science project volcano. She laughed and said, You were so proud of that thing. I remember, I said. It didn't even erupt. She smiled and replied, It didn't matter. You believed it would. That night, before I left, my mom walked me to my car. She looked at me for a moment and said something I'll never forget. Thank you for coming today. I laughed and said, Mom, it's just a visit. But she shook her head gently. No, it's time. Then she hugged me again and whispered, That's the most valuable thing you can give someone. As I drove away that night, I realized something I wish more people understood sooner. We spend so much time chasing success, money, achievements, thinking we're building a better future. But the people who love us most, they're not waiting for our success. They're waiting for our time. And sometimes all it takes to make someone's entire week better is answering the phone.